Thank you so very much.
I smell trouble.
Oh, what? 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 Oh.
And so he dies anyway. What was the point of that?
What happened? Well, at least Garish, you popped him in the head, I'll tell you. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Adam. This is HMO4 Gaming. Welcome you back to Mass Effect. In the last episode, we finished up Pharos. We took down Matriarch Benezia. Got Liara, I guess, some closure with her mom. She was basically under the control of Saren via... I almost said the name. We'll get into that down the line. He was under the effects of the Reaper ship that they're on. And she couldn't break control, and the only way out that was she to basically die. And we set the Rachni Queen free. Don't know if that was a good idea, but I'm sure we'll see the fruit of that labor in future installments of the game. Before we get started, please hit like, hit subscribe, do all those things on down below. In this episode, get ready. We're going to be looking and talking with our crew. They shouldn't have as much as the last time I did talk to them. You want to talk to them after every major story mission, so Pharos and then Noveria would be in this case. So it should just be all new dialogue. I shouldn't be talking about their backstory and all that. After that, if it doesn't take too long, I think we're going to deal with that Geth problem. I did find out they are in the Armstrong cluster, so we definitely want to head over there and do that. Before, let's talk to the crew. As I clearly walk right over to Kaden.
Anything you need, Commander?
I just like how there was like an awkward stare at each other before we actually initiated the conversation. So, looking for personal info, Kaden.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I didn't figure you'd have time to talk with all that's going on. There's gotta be some xenobiologists who want to read about the Thorian.
Oh boy, we didn't even talk about Pharos, so I'm behind. Yeah, I'm too busy to talk. They can wait. Probably screw it. They can wait. Wait, I don't like any of these options. Yes, I'm busy. I'm too busy to talk? There's got to be some exobiologist who read about the Thorian. They can wait? Probably. Screw it. I don't like any of these responses. Obviously, ends the conversation. Dumb, and I guess this is the best of the rest.
The paperwork will keep. Something on your mind?
I'm just looking for an...
That's not exactly what I thought he would say.
Wasn't the right place to say how ridiculous this is. Seems like every other race in the galaxy is wrapped up in their own problems. They don't want to see what's coming.
Which is an underlying theme of these entire games. The races are just, you know, worried about themselves instead of trying to be the collective in the entire galaxy of a threat that's coming, and that would become more and more the theme as we progress between the other two games. You can't blame them that you're trying... No. Smug aliens, no. Can't blame them.
Wanting to believe everything will be fine? Sounds like human nature to me.
Yeah, I guess some things carry across species well enough. I should remember that after what happened with Vernus.
You forgave him? So what happened? He was just an ass. Who the hell is Vernus? So what happened?
Don't tell me you and Vernus hugged on graduation day.
Before I met Vernus, I knew as much as any other civilian. Aliens were weird, superior, and tried to tell us what to do. I mean, it's only been 26
Oh, Vernus
years
was his
since first contact as a
Turian
long-time
teacher at the little camp he went to.
who made me see how human.
It took me a second to remember who the hell
They're
he
not
was.
different or special. They're jerks and saints, just like us. Hell, by the time I got payback, I didn't even want it anymore.
So what happened?
I don't see you snapping very easily. What finally did it?
He hurt a girl, broke her arm.
Ooh.
She reached for a glass of water instead of pulling it biotically. She just wanted a drink without getting a nosebleed, you know? Like an idiot, I stood up. Didn't know what I was gonna do, just something. And Vernus lost it. Beat the crap out of me. Kept shouting
Oh,
at me to
shit.
bomb us back to the Stone Age. That's when the knife came up. A military-issue talon, right in my face. I cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. At 17, that's something.
Sounds like quite the jolt.
Tapping that deep must have shocked the hell out of you.
Not as much as it shocked Vernus. It killed him.
Oh shit.
Snapped his neck. They probably could have saved him if they got him to an infirmary quick enough. But they didn't. Caused a stir when they shipped him home. Bot training was shut down. Kinetics folded a couple of years later. So, Yeah, maybe I hated that Turian. I mean, if one ass was enough to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
Whose side you on? Fair enough.
A reasonable stance. Keep that level head and we'll do fine.
Staying reasonable is about all we've got left. Everyone else in this galaxy seems to have gone out of their minds. Present company accepted, of course.
Alright, and we talked to Caden. So I think... Does he have anything else to
Anything
say?
you need, Commander?
He doesn't have anything else. So onward, head down to the garage, talk to Garrus, Rex, and Ashley. Garrus, my man.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
It's a weird start of the conversation. We didn't even talk about the other stuff, but anything specific?
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly.
Ooh.
We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
Is that common?
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had
An
a station
L-Corps was doing this? Holy
But
shit.
this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
What did you find?
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
Krogan testicles.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set.
Do you have
Somebody's
4
making a
testicles?
killing out there.
He's making killing out there. What about the doctor?
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Interview?
You mean threaten? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes, walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Shit.
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
Did you interview him?
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
What?
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
And they just let him go? Nice job, CSEC.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to
Garrus.
make more organs. They wouldn't listen.
I agree with
Well, it's
them.
not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
Yeah, but, you know, that's not the good path.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr.Heart, his idea of a joke,
Dr.Heart.
I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
Give it to me.
I'll check
we'll
out
do
the
it.
coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Alright, so we just picked up a loyalty quest with Garrus. Awesome.
Commander, good to see you.
Alright, so I'm guessing we can't really talk to Garrus until we take him out, so... I think we might put the Geth on hold and help out Garrus with that. Ashley, I guess we'll talk to you too. No, I don't want to look at her equipment, I want to talk to her.
Commander?
How you
What's
doing?
your opinion on the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Skipper. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours.
Damn right.
You know, you really should talk to T'Soni about her mom. She has to be hurting. Just saying, Skipper.
Oh. Ashley, you're redeeming. That was plus some points for you.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm off duty until tomorrow. I was gonna have a small drink. Bit of a celebration. If you're interested.
Occasion.
What's the occasion?
It's Armistice Day, when the first contact war ended. My family always marks it. Since I'm the only Williams aboard, I thought I'd ask you.
Seems like an odd thing to celebrate. That was 26 years ago.
In our family, it's not really a celebration, more like an obligation. Don't tell me you don't know about my family. My commanders always find out. It's not in my files or something?
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm General Williams' granddaughter, the commander of the Shanxi garrison in the war. The only human ever to surrender to an alien race.
Now I understand.
I see. That's why you drive yourself so hard.
A Williams has to be better than the best, if only to avoid suspicion. That's what my dad told me the night before he retired. Takes a special kind of thick-headed to march into a job where your family's blacklisted. I did it anyway. I'm not gonna let our name go down with Arnold and Quisling. Granddad deserved better than that.
What happened to your grandfather after the war?
He was relieved of command as soon as Shanxi was liberated. They brought him back to Earth in irons, but there was never a trial. They quietly demoted him and stuck him behind a desk. He retired a year later and spent the rest of his life working construction in the colonies. Sometimes we hear about attempts to get him exonerated in some official way. Nothing ever comes of them.
As I recall, your grandfather held out for a long time.
The Turians wrecked the orbitals in the first wave and occupied the major cities. They sat in orbit, dropping rocks on anything that moved. Granddad dispersed the troops, but when they went into the cities for supplies, the Turians would wreck a block to eliminate one fire team. Civilians were dying, his troops were starving, and he couldn't contact Alliance High Command. So he surrendered the garrison.
Is this why you're always going on about the council?
If everyone else can look at Shanxi and
Ooh,
say,
now we know
this is
why.
why humanity needs to be stronger, then so can I. I'm entitled.
Ugh, don't be entitled.
So now you know. Gonna kick me off the ship, Skipper?
I mean, all these sound like, you know, the same thing, but of course not.
You're part of the team, Williams. I don't care what your grandfather did or didn't do.
Not to get all cheesy, but you're the first CO who's ever said that to me. Thanks, Skipper. But anyway, I've got things to do before we land. I'm sure you do too.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
Thanks for the talk. And Rex, my man, do you have anything cool to say?
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed.
Ooh.
I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived
Oh, I
the
see.
war with the Turians.
Nothing like the almighty
He was
Krogans
old,
following
and so were his
Jared.
ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
And about you?
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I'm guessing Jared didn't succumb to that kind of thinking.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk.
Yeah, the
We met
warlord
at
wants
the
to talk.
hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
And you went?
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly.
What an asshole, Jesus.
I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
Damn. His dad said, screw the freaking traditions. I'm just gonna kill my son in this sacred place.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You're trying to make me cry, Shepard. I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father.
So your granddad.
I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
Where is it?
Who has it?
Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
So we have to do some base hopping and clear out some bunkers, probably. We'll look for it.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
Well, obviously.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Boy, look at this. We're just picking up all companion quests. Now we have a companion quest for Rex and Garrus. Garrus wants us to fight Dr.Heart, and Rex wants to find his family's battle armor. We'll definitely be doing that. And lastly, well, we have to go talk to Liara, but Tally's right here.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Glad you're feeling better.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Saren's our top priority, But with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
Don't worry. Well, like what?
What are you hoping to find?
Do you have a quest
Usually
too?
people bring back something like a derelict ship we can use for salvage. But I need something bigger. There's a lot expected of me.
I don't have time for this. Why?
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So you're royalty?
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
That's preferential treatment.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
That's a lot of pressure.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
And if we save the galaxy?
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
So what's the answer?
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems. See you later.
Alright, and then Tali wants something to bring back to their family. Something from the Geth acting in their own environment. So that definitely sounds like when we clear out the Geth from those planets, we might find something. If I'm misremembering, I think that might be how that works. So we have one more team member. Let's go talk to Liara.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Forget about her, she did. You don't feel bad?
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
She's still with you.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her
Look,
strength.
Commander Shepard, being smooth as
That
always.
is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
I like talking with you, Liara, no matter what the subject.
You have been very understanding with me, Shepard.
It's a very
patient.
outward way of
I
saying
appreciate
things.
that. I know there are some strange beliefs about my people. I am familiar with the legend of Asari promiscuity, but those rumors have little basis in fact. When one of my people joins with an individual from another species,
What are we
it is a
talking
very
about right
deep
now?
and spiritual exchange. We do not
Where
enter
did this
lightly
come
into a
from?
union.
A spiritual
You
exchange?
make it sound almost mystical.
A true union goes far beyond an ordinary melding. It is a connection that transcends the physical universe.
Yep, we're
Two
talking about sex.
become one. Thoughts and
I don't know how
senses
we got into
merge.
this topic, but
Identities
whatever.
intertwine. Memories and emotions weave themselves together, becoming entangled in a single rapturous whole. It is unlike any other experience. In some cases, it can be a truly life-changing event.
I'm intrigued.
It sounds amazing. Are you saying...
No, Oh no. I am not very good at this, am I? I'm sorry, Shepard. I am trying to explain why I have been so reserved. The
No.
Union is more than just sex. It is the lifeblood of my species, the way we Asari evolve and grow as a
Still
society.
don't understand how we got to this conversation.
That is why I have never... that is why we must choose our partners with great care.
Unbelievable. You've never done this? There's no rush.
I want you to be absolutely sure about this, Liara.
That is not what I thought.
I am
he was
only
gonna say.
106, barely an adult by Asari standards, and I spend most of my time absorbed in my research.
Only
I never really
106.
thought about it. Not until I met you.
Ooh
You
la
are
la.
very special to me, Shepard. But with all that's happened, Saren, the Geth, the Reapers, I do not know if we are ready for this.
I understand.
These are dark times, Liara. Maybe once all this is over.
I'm glad you understand, Shepard. There is too much at stake. We need to put aside our personal feelings and focus on stopping Saren. I wish it did not have to be that way. But we all have to make sacrifices. Let's talk about something else.
I should
She
go.
doesn't really have anything else
Goodbye,
to say.
Shepard.
Alright. And I think that's everyone. Dr. Chacos really never has anything to say. Same thing with the engineers. They don't really say anything too interesting, because they are definitely not a part of the main crew. So for right now, I think let's go find out where Garrus's mission is, because I kind of want to start that first, and then we'll check out Rex's mission too. So let's see where that is. So Garrus is find Dr. Salona's. Head to coordinates. Garrus gave the coordinates of Dr. Salona's last whereabouts. Head to the Herschel system and the Kepler Verge. Herschel system, Kepler Verge. Or just check out the coordinates right here. The Fidel is a Coulomb class modular conveyor of human design. In addition to the standard cargo bay, the hull has several biological research modules. Private owner Dr. Heart. Alright, so let's board the ship and see if we can find Mr. Dr. Heart. Alright guys, and obviously we got some hostile activity right away. All the hostile activity. Alright, what the hell are we dealing with? Something tells me we're going to be dealing with like mad people. Or robots. What do we got? Oh, Husk. You guys are the test subjects? Oh shit, good idea. Look at Garrus over here, headshot. Well, that guy really can't get... He's having trouble pathing and just running around in circles at this point. Hey, bro. Oh, thank you. Oh, look at this crew we got. Oh, hello. And you're dead. So where are we at here? Alright, nothing too crazy. Garrus is over here blowing people back with his sniper rifle, because I think I put knockdown on it. What else we got in here?
Thank you.
Oh shit!
Thank you for
Hello.
saving me from those things.
Scared the hell
Commander,
out of
that's
me.
him. That's Dr. Saleon.
What? My name is Hart. Dr. Hart. Please, get me out of here.
Are you sure it's him?
Positive. There's no escape this time, Doctor. I'd harvest your organs first, but we don't have the time.
You're crazy. He's crazy. Please, don't let him do this to me.
Garrus, you're not killing the dude. Back down.
We'll take him in. Drop him off with the military.
But we have him. We can't let him get away. Not
Think,
again.
Garrus. No.
If he dies, we'll never know what he's been up to or how he did it. We'll take him in, interrogate him, and he'll serve his time.
Okay. You're right. You're a very lucky Solarian. You owe the commander your life.
Oh, thank you so very much.
I smell trouble.
Oh, what? 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 Oh.
And so he dies anyway. What was the point of that?
What happened? Well, at least Garrus, you popped him in the head. I'll tell you.
You can't predict how people will act, Garrus. But you can control how you'll respond. In the end, that's what really matters.
Yeah. I don't think I ever met anyone like you, Commander. Well, I guess we're done here.
Solona's medical equipment is stained with blood of many species, pale blue, violet orange, and more than a few dark reds. But his work has ended here. Time to head back to Normandy. Alright, and that was short and sweet. Now, well, I have to read where the hell Rex's mission is. So I was literally just go here, shoot a couple husks, and then talk Garrus down into being a good guy. Hopefully that matters. I'm not really too sure because, like I said, I was a dumb kid and I never really played a lot of the side quests. I was more like, beat the game, yay, shoot, 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 Commander Shepard. I never really stopped to play the actual rest of the game, which was very important. Krogan armor. So let's do Rex's really quick, because if that was quick, I can only imagine if this one's just as quick. So after talking to Rex, you learn that he's looking for his family's ceremonial armor. It was taken by the Turian after the Krogan rebellion, and now a profiteer named Ton Actus has it. Find the Turian is still Rex's family armor. He's hiding at the base somewhere in the Argo Rio cluster. Alright, let's head over there. Alright, and I think we found where we needed to go for Rex's battle armor. Seems about it. Oh. Alright. Oh, what? Yeah, you don't have armed guards of Turians outside of a base if this wasn't the right place to go. Alright, so let's head in and hopefully get Rex's battle armor back.
This is the place. My armor's here somewhere.
Thanks, Rex. Alright, let's find his armor. Let's find our way to the end. Oh, we're here in the warehouse. Never. Damn, what the hell? This guy's tough.
Go, go, go!
Yeah, these guys are tough. What the hell? Come on, dude. He was like trying to do whatever with that. I'm just trying to take out all the underlings. There, Britt. Oh, shit.
Go, go, go! Good to go.
Damn, this is tough. Holy shit. Alright, let's just watch what we're doing here, guys. These guys are pretty tough.
Shield down.
Holy shit, can we take some guys out? Use... Oh, you're already using everything. Jesus. Shield boost. Shield boost. We gotta take out all these dudes. We are in trouble here. I didn't think these guys would give us this much problems. He just keeps gaining his health back. Alright, we're slowly but surely, you know, getting these guys down. But I was definitely not expecting this. Alright, so we have to watch what we're doing here, guys. This is definitely tougher than Garrus's loyalty mission. Jesus. These guys are tough. Alright, so it looks like a lot of the other guys are upstairs, which is fine. Can I, like, double overload him? Alright, so let's see here. Overload. Do I have overload? Warp. And what else? Can I stay starting? Hey, we took him out using those abilities. Stasis him, we warped him. but surely wearing these guys down. Alright, there should only be one left. Where is he? And there he goes. He is down. Holy shit, guys. That was intense. I think that might have been the hardest fight of the game so far. Jesus Christ. Good thing I did do this second. Garrus's was like, oh, here's just a couple husks. Yeah, you just shoot the husks, they're dead. Then you walk in the room and Garrus just one-shots the doctor. This one, nobody talks. They're just freaking armor and shields. God. The guy himself didn't even talk. He just like, yeah, I'm just gonna kill all you guys. Alright, so let's not loot, but first, let's get Rex's armor.
This is it.
Where?
I can't believe my ancestors ever wore this piece of crap. But at least I've got it back.
That's great.
I'm glad we could help you get it back.
I might just be starting to like you, Shepard.
Rex's touches his grandfather's armor, his expression, thoughtful perhaps, Krogan are hard to read. Then he shakes off his bemusement and grips his gun with renewed purpose. Time to move on. Alright, so where is this thing here? Let's just go over to Rex. Or wait, where's my equipment? Alright, so where's his body armor? Is it this? It's worse than, if it is, it's worse than what he currently has. Yeah, all of these are worse than what I currently have on him, so lovely. Well, at least you have something to put up in your room, I guess, as a trophy, Rex. And I think that's where we'll call this a part here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit like, hit subscribe, do all those things on down below. In the next episode, I think we're going to go on to finally clear out those Geth for the Alliance. And then I think we might take a look at some DLC. I thought DLC wasn't in this game, but there's been that asteroid on my map since the start of the game, and I want to say that's the Bring Down the Sky DLC, but I think we'll take a look at that then. And I hope you join me for that. But until next time, I have been Adam, this has been HMO4 Gaming, and this has been Mass Effect here in the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Thank you very much for joining me. Have yourselves a great day.